Hey Green, what you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm over here thinning out these radishes.
You're thinning out radishes?
Yes, I am. This variety we're thinning today is actually an Easter egg radish.
An Easter egg radish? Well, why would you ever need to thin out a radish?
Well,
what is thinning out?
Thinning out, Mighty, is when we go through and you see how densely this is all populated in here, we have to seed heavy because we're not sure what kind of germination we've got. And this year in particular, we had a great germination. You can see almost all the seeds we put in the ground came out.
So, why would you germinate heavy? Were these old seeds?
Yeah, these were actually the seeds we had from the previous season. So, depending on storage conditions, depending on a lot of different factors, they germinate better or less.
Huh.
But they're not guaranteed by the seed company to have their germination rate after the first year.
Oh, so like an expiration date.
Exactly.
So seeds have an expiration date.
Yes, they do.
Huh. So, because these had passed the expiration date, this was seeded very heavily?
Yes. Yeah, because we were past the expiration date, we really had to make sure we filled them in so we'd get a good harvest. And as you can see, the seeds, even though they were a year old, still germinated nearly, I'd say, high 80%, low 90%.
Wow. That's a lot of radishes that came up.
That is a lot of radishes that came up. A couple of rows here.
So tell me about this thinning. What is it that you do when you thin out the radishes?
Well, as you can see right here.
Or any other plant for that matter.
Any plant, basically what you want to do is you remove the extra plant matter that's not gonna produce the fruit you want. As you can see, a lot of these are tiny compared to some of the bigger ones.
So that's a tiny one, so I don't want to thin this one out.
You don't want to thin this one out. This is going to develop into a beautiful, nice, big radish.
Huh.
This is not, because it's being choked out by the nutrients by the plants that have already been more successful than itself.
Wow. So more successful than itself, so meaning you want to pull the smaller ones out and let the bigger ones grow bigger.
Exactly. You want to allow the nutrients to be there for the bigger ones. How is it?
It's delicious.
Of course it is.
Right out of the ground. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, can we give people a demo on thinning out real quick?
Sure. Right in
here.
here.
Hold on a moment here.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started here. All right. We've got some smaller ones in here. You take a look. You see we've got a good sized one right here. So we're going to give it a little room to grow. Make sure everything around it we take out so we can get all the nutrient access it needs. We'll move on. This is looking better than this one, so we'll take that out. As you can see, there are a bunch of little guys. That one never have a chance to develop, never at all. And you see some of these might be on the slightly larger size that were taken out, but that's necessary to allow the others to grow.
That's wonderful. And are there any general rules or guidelines for thinning? Should they be 5 inches thinned out apart from one another? Should they be a half an inch? What should we look for?
Well, if you look in here, we're leaving about an inch. And even some here that are slightly less developed, I'm leaving that in anyway, because it's not going to be taking nutrients from any surrounding plants, because they were all real small in there, because they were so dense.
And that'll give that a chance to grow.
We'll give it a chance. You might get a later harvest on it, you might not get anything at all, but you're getting a much better chance of getting a radish out of that plant if you didn't.
And once again, this can work for any plant that you plant and that is overseeded.
Yeah, or if you just want to seed a little heavy to make sure you get a good harvest, if you're not sure about conditions, you can do it.
And another good thing about thinning too is a big trend in the market now is baby vegetables and microgreens.
Yeah, we just thinned out over here some of our French breakfast radishes, and we took all the babies to the market and had a pretty good sale on baby breakfast radishes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how about something, I think on this farm we also have zucchini. We're doing baby zucchini?
Yeah, baby zucchini. That's not as much a thinning process as it is, there's a culinary desire for it. They're much more tender, the seeds aren't developed, much softer on the palate as well.
I heard those sell for $1 a piece.
They do sell for $1 a piece. There's a lot you can do with them, and they're pretty high priced.
So pretty much, once a plant starts to produce the vegetable or the fruit, you can harvest it at any stage, and depending on what the market conditions are, you can get a decent amount of money for it.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of the farming is it's about finding your niche and kind of even creating your niche, because there's so many options. There's so many culinary places people haven't explored, and if you're there and if you present it and kind of spread that idea, you get a much better chance of selling a lot more off this farm.
That's wonderful. Well, Green, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mighty.
You're welcome. Look at all the radishes.